cool. Oh, that's not the right thing.
Look, it's me, a cyberpunk man. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We've got some very exciting announcements to share with you today. Some cool new stuff here in the world of Neuroscape. Thanks for making time out of your day to come join us.
Oh, it's about to be hype.
This is very cool. We've been waiting to tell you guys about this for
we've been sitting on
like
our hands
while.
for freaking 5 months or something.
Yeah, we've started talking about this about 4 or 5 months ago, and now we're finally getting to show you guys. So this is pretty cool.
Twitch is live, and you're gonna want to be there to see things that are cool.
If you like cool things,
Link is in the
to
announcements and in the general chat, but it's kind of buried now already. So.
Here, I'll repost it.
But
Where
Twitch is the only place we're live today. No TikTok live because there's too many tabs on my computer that are open.
Too many things. Here, let me repost the Twitch in the general. There you go. There's a fresh link. Come join us, y'all.
I need at least 5 hype in the Twitch before I launch the program.
He's got to activate his hype sensors.
Hype charging. We have 1 hype. We're charging. We need 4 more hype before we can launch. This
How's
just looks
everyone
like the
doing
regular
today?
board. Nothing's changed. That's so strange. There's nothing different about this. That's odd. So strange. We have 2 hype. We're charging. That's weird. The viewer thing isn't actually working for me.
Oh, well, we got a bunch of people here in Discord.
Mindstepper. You can't type
Ghosts,
twice. That's not.
Dickbeard
That doesn't count. That's you type 3 times. That doesn't count either. Yours isn't counting. I think those snakes count. That looks like it counts. Oh, there's a count. Okay, we're at like 4. We need 1 more, and then we're fucking blasting off, baby. Alex, you can't fucking hype. You're the guy. Oh, never mind.
I got hype.
All right, here we go.
Most of them.
Be in Twitch or you'll be sad and you'll be like, man, I want to see that again. Hold on, let me pause the music. Let's launch it.
Uncle Iro says y'all should get hype.
My prayers were answered.
What? What the fuck is that? What the heck is this? What is this little thing on the board? That's so strange. What could that be used for?
Why don't you show us?
That'd be so odd if I could do something like this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Where did this come from? It looks like a starter deck. That's weird. Where did that come from? Could it have come from this? Oh shit, man. Okay. Oh sweet, our event's live too. Nice. Perfect timing. So this is our Alpha Season deck builder, online deck builder, ranking system with ELO, ranks, end of season prizes, card gallery, events for IRL at LGSs, and online digital tournaments, which we're going to be running 1 tournament a month leading up to the Kickstarter. And if you play in those tournaments, you're going to gain ELO, and that's going to rank you up, and you're going to win some pretty sweet prizes from the Kickstarter. So we have our first tournament, which will be on the 30th of this month coming up. So definitely sign up for that. And then we'll have rankings here. You can rank up through the ranks to become the one. We got our little card gallery here. We have a card gallery on the website too, but this one is linked to the deck builder and everything and has the ability to search text on the card as well. So if you search like deal 1 damage or something,
It's pretty neat.
it'll show you all the cards with that text on it. It has all the same filters as the website. This will be constantly updated, so this will be kind of the most updated version of any card text. And when we do tournaments, we will be importing all the decks at the beginning of the tournament. No one will even have permissions to import their own items, so it'll be super solid and safe and fair. And we'll get all your deck links, import them, and be off to the races. Decks.
Tournament system all integrates with this system too. So the cool thing about this, the Cardio's setup is it's all one integrated system. The deck building, the tournament, the ranking ladder, the seasons, everything is all under one software backend. So it all works together. So like when you submit, when you apply for, or not apply, when you sign up for a tournament, you just put your deck link in and it's all connected. And then we know what you're playing. We know every card in your deck and we can check it before the tournament even starts. It's pretty sweet.
It's litty.
Quite litty.
The coolest thing about this whole system and the reason we're launching this alpha season, normally a card game wouldn't do a season before they even launch their game. We're doing this alpha season because this is going to be insanely crucial feedback for balancing, because we basically get all the analytics of any winning decks and like the placement and the cards in those decks. We can see the analytics on the back end and see exactly how often a certain card is being played, how often a deck is being played, and then balance accordingly so that we have even more, just a more balanced game by the time we launch on Kickstarter and actually print these and make everything final. What was I gonna say? You can make decks. Everyone can make decks. We may have a system in the future where you can actually log games. It won't be towards ELO, but it will be. We will have like incentives for logging games, because the more games people log, the more data we get, and the better the game will be balanced. Honestly. Let's show you the deck builder. It's pretty sweet. If you've ever used Architect, if you're like Alex and just live on that site, it's kind of similar. We have
It is.
our.
It's a good deck builder. I've used a lot of web deck builders, and this one is actually really well put together.
We got our mainframe. So let's just choose. Oh, so we can search by mainframe. Let's go with the gambler, because that one's fun. We saw a really fun idea for a gambler card the other day. Sort by RAM. Obviously there'll be some more options here in the future, but for now you just add 25 to your RAM deck. And then also, if you need to see like a closer version of the card, this little eyeball will make it bigger so you can read it, because obviously you'd probably have to know exactly what the card is, because you can't read that.
Unless
but
you
then
have
you
them
go
all
to
memorized,
yeah,
like a
yeah.
real champ.
Unless you've made the game, then you could probably remember most of them. I probably wouldn't remember all of them, to be honest.
I don't remember all of them either.
So then you can add cards. If you go over 4, it'll get a little error on it, this little like exclamation mark, and it's like, oh, you need to have less cards than that. If you do, there's a couple like illegal cards. There's nothing that says they're illegal. It'll just have that error. It'll just have that error on it. The only ones off the top of my head are the 2 tokens for RAM are in here. The RAM token and the sorry, not 2 tokens for RAM. The RAM token and the nanobots token are in here. You can't put those in your deck because they're just meant to be created by cards. And then there's also.
Best friends? Yep.
Thank you for the follow, Nerdy. Hey, it's Nerdy. Dope. I think that's the same Nerdy, or is it another Nerdy? I don't know. Um,
Who can say?
the other one is Christmas Bob. He's on there just for archival sake, but we all know why we can't play with Christmas Bob because he's just too darn nice. He just wants to make Neuroscape a peaceful universe and have no one ever win a game. But yeah, once you make your deck, you save it. You can give it a name. You can give it tags. Actually, I'm just gonna throw stuff. I can just open one of these.
Do it.
So we have all the official starter decks on here too. There's an official starter deck tag that you can technically use, but don't because it will confuse people. Um, but we have all these starter decks tagged as that, and then the other Mystic and Thrasher ones we add in will also be that. This is kind of like the layout once you get it. Oh yeah, this has metrics too. It'll show you everything in the deck on this nice little sheet. These are like shareable links too, so you can post them in Discord in the decks channel if you want to share your deck. We have metrics on it. We got some like curves and shit. It's pretty legit.
Yeah, a good note on the sharing is so like I intuitively went to the 3 red dots there to try to share. That will copy your TTS code, but if you want to share the deck, you need to go to your top URL on your browser.
Yeah, click
and
the
share
whole
that.
link, like click the actual tab of it, and then just copy your URL. The TTS link, that one just shares that specific like code for the deck importer, and that'll let you import any deck. And you can import other people's decks too, so you can try out other people's decks. In the future, we want to see if they're able to implement like an upvote system, so you can get them like you can see like what the most meta decks are and kind of use it more like something like Mobalytics.
Yeah.
But for now it's just gonna be. I think the top ones are the most recent that are posted. So if you see like the top ones, there usually be something that someone just made.
Yeah.
And then our alpha season has begun. We will have prizes for at least the top 3 people in the leaderboard. So do
fun
it.
stuff
You're
for peeps
gonna
and
want
some
it. Once we post
Kickstarter
it,
perks and
you'll
all
want
sorts
it.
of cool shit.
Basically, imagine just getting a really nice tier of the Kickstarter for free. That's kind of the top price. That's kinda the whole hip hop caboodle, like an old person would say.
Yes.
No, let's do the events. So events, we have the Alpha Season 1v1 on 30th Sunday. We're gonna start at 10 a.m. PST because the last one ran a little long. We don't really know how long this one's gonna run. We're gonna be a lot more organized with it. So like when you come into the tournament room, it's gonna have everyone's decks already preloaded, little name tags on your seats. Everyone's just gonna go to their seats. Well, this whole bracket system is like way more organized. And even just signing up for it is like a lot easier.
We've streamlined it a lot.
We will have a prize for this one too. A holofoil promo card. We don't know which one yet, but soon you will know. And then RAM for the other prizes, which, as a reminder, is not just Discord related.
It will do something magical.
It will do magical things that are not Discord related. And yeah, that's the frickin' hip haps. I haven't even looked at the chat. I was just trying to monologue all of that shit. So many things. Does anyone have any questions about this whole crazy caboodle? We also have a bunch of new mods in Discord to help out with the tournaments, just to kind of keep things easy and organized. A lot of them are in the chat right now. Karn's there, and I think Nerdy's there as well, or T-Punk. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Dramatic's here too, but he's been here forever. So, I mean,
Link to
literally
the
since I was a
website.
small child.
Yes, very true. So it's what is it? Neuroscape.
We do not hate you, Mindstepper.
No. Wait, what about 10? 10 doesn't work for you, Mindstepper?
You-
10 a.m. PST?
10
Isn't that
a.m.
close
PST,
to-
not EST. But that doesn't. Why is 10 bad for you? What time is that for you? Is that super freaking early? Maybe that's why we did noon before. It's always we can always change the date too. Like we'll get feedback on stuff in the chat, and like if that's a horrible time for everyone, we can always change it.
Wait, 10 a.m. for us is 8 a.m. for you? That doesn't sound right. I think
Maybe the time conversion's wrong.
I think that that's like a little bit closer. I think that's in the evening for you. Yeah, no, 10 a.m. PST should be like your like should be evening for you, because Greece is what, an hour or two ahead or behind EU. I can't remember, or is it in EU time zone? Time zones are confusing.
Time zones.
Karn, I just shared the link. It's neuroscape.play.card.io, or Cardi, with an E at the end. But that URL right there, that is where all the fun stuff is.
Yeah, it might be a different time.
Is 8
8
in
in
the
the evening.
evening.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's what we thought. I was like, I feel like we got it. I feel like we've done times around then before.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty similar to what we did last time. Okay, good to have you back.
Yes.
Glad to have all of you guys back. What other questions? Link for the website. Let's
We got
see
website.
here.
I'll post like a link in the announcements too for the website and everything. And go like throw any decks that you guys have made already in the deck builder, because
Yeah,
we
just throw
want
fun
as
decks out there.
many
Just
as
more stuff for
possible.
people. Actually, I should make I made a fun one.
The just
Also, to answer your question, DD, yes, you do have to have a deck to enter.
Yeah.
You do have to have a deck to enter in the tournament. We're trying to figure out if that's a dynamic link where you can change that, or if it's just like you have to have it like the card list is set and final when you enter. We're kind of working out the details of like how to. Ideally, you enter with a deck, and then you can actually make adjustments to that deck, and those will be reflected up to the launch of
I
the
think that's
event.
how it works.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. We need to test it to make
Basically,
sure,
you could
'cause we
make
haven't really done.
adjustments up until when we import. So we'll have like a time on like the day before where we're just getting the table set up, and that'll be like you're drop dead. Everything's got to be in there time. And we're gonna have a lot more like protocol for tournaments too, just because there's some cooler prizes on the line, and just make sure everything's feeling fair and everyone's having a good time. But again, with these tournaments, the main point is to get a ton of balancing info. Yes, we want to win cool things, but also we want to just make the game the best it can be, so that when we actually launch, it goes crazy and we can all play everywhere, all over the world.
Yeah, these events and tournaments are going to be really like our final round of balancing for the whole game, and they're going to be very crucial. So appreciate all
Karn,
of you guys.
if it let you join without a deck, it will probably just require people add their deck on there when we launch the event, or when we like are actually doing the event. So if you have your deck, and also honestly, if you want to test it and have your deck and try and sign it or like put it in there, and if you we have not run through this system at all. We're not really able to, because you can't delete events, so we couldn't make a test event. But if anyone has any issues or we run into any like things, like we'll get it sorted and make sure everything runs as smoothly as possible.
There'll be some hiccups for sure. This is our first time running through this system, but it should be
Yeah, you
more
can
streamlined.
book your
We're gonna
spot
have fun.
without a deck too. So if you don't know what the heck you're playing yet, you can like reserve your spot and then just build your deck over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, this is also really cool. Honestly, this system is like the most valuable because it really makes the game very enticing to LGSs, because this system can be accessed by them. Basically, if you're an LGS owner, you can go on here, you can do an organizer application and say you're an owner, and then basically get approved to post your own events on this event list, and they will show up to everyone, and they can know that you're doing it, and they can go to the store, and we can know they're doing it and give them promos to give out and stuff like that. It just like organizes the whole thing a ton. And also, like, not only can you go play and know that that event's happening, you can gain elo in this system by playing IRL at that store all over the world. So like it like basically makes this like weird crazy network of like everyone's LGSs contributing to an online rank that then in turn wins you prizes, ranks you up, all of this cool stuff, which is just awesome. I didn't know that was
Yeah,
possible, and it's very cool.
it's a whole ecosystem. This is what Card.io does. Like their entire system is software backend for card games, and they have actually done quite a few like pretty big card games. So we're really excited to be partnering with them.
They're currently
This system
doing
is running and working with like 20 different card games right now across the world. Like they're running hundreds of tournaments, like thousands of players. They were like, they've done like Alpha Clash and I think Rise, and they were one of the main software partners for MetaZoo before they unfortunately went out of business. But like they've done really, really big games before, and their system's pretty impressive.
currently they're doing the tournament like organization for sorcery too, which is awesome. And sorcery has like tons of events.
Realm.
Most of the ones on here have like tons and tons of events going all the time, and like the system seems like it's holding up with a ton of traffic and a ton of different people using it. So we're really excited to have them as a partner. They basically just
they're also
going to
be doing
our
yeah, they reached out to us and were like, "Hey, we like your game. Can we offer you these services for free until your Kickstarter launch?" Which was a pretty big deal. It's like it's a very expensive service, so them giving it to us for free is actually quite a big gift. They also do fulfillment. They're going to be doing all of our fulfillment for Kickstarter, so they're going to be acting as a hub to take all the product once it's produced and shipped here into the US and distribute it and send it out. So this is a company that will actually be sending you guys your cards once we finish the Kickstarter.
Made along the way. That's our new slogan. It's no longer boot up and dive in. It's the real Neuroscape is the friends we made along the way.
I think that's pretty appropriate.
Yeah, but so it's gonna be in really cool, like gritty font though.
Yes. The friend made along the way.
But yeah, we're not gonna stream super long today. We just wanted to go over all of this on video, and I have it recorded too, so I'll post it to YouTube if anyone missed it. And we'll get this all posted in announcements so everyone can go kind of try it out and have fun and try the importer and all that stuff. I need to make the importer live too. That's not currently live on Tabletop Simulator right now, but it will be in like 5 minutes.
I'm actually also going to put the URL in. I'm just gonna put the URL in general chat too, so people have that there.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll post it in the announcements, but it'll take me a second to write the announcement.
Is not it's not super intuitive. We should actually. We'll be putting this in official links and stuff too. And actually, this should be going live on our website soon too, right?
There may be a time in the future too, if I have a bored weekend, where I get it so that the deck builder code is like here, and then when you click enter, it like puts all your stuff in the spots it goes on your table. But I don't know if that's even better. I feel like it might be more organized to just have it on its own little side thing here. Also, just for like,
I think that's better.
This is very cool. We like using this. It won't be as updated as the Card.io database for playable decks and cards because it's a lot harder, and also just keeping multiple things updated at the same time is very difficult. But if people are like, man, I really love building decks in here, like I will try my best to keep the cards updated when I update Card.io.
Yeah, let us know if you really, really love this system. We can try to update it somewhat, but this system, the new system.
But like for the tournaments, for sure, everything will be going through this. So if you make a deck in here, just make sure to copy it in on the system too, so that you can have the official importer and everything. Thanks, Mind Stepper.
You want? Thanks,
well,
guys.
I don't know about that other tagline, but you know, we will consider it.
No bad ideas.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So everyone go crazy. I'll also post that video because it took me like 4 days to render. So freaking like it.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us.
To render that.
We have a lot of. There's a lot of other cool stuff coming too. We have a lot of artists working currently, and new artist announcements that will be coming soon that are awesome.
Yes.
And some other fun stuff.
How many cards do we have in progress right now? 5?
I think we have, we have like 4 or 5 artists currently making art right now, and it is
They're going.
very cool art.
It's really cool. It's really neat. You guys are gonna. We've been doing notes on art like every day for like the last couple of weeks, and it's pretty sweet. You guys are gonna like them a lot.
And also there's something else, but there's too many things all the time.
That's okay.
I think that's the gist of it. This will also be a link on the website. So basically, if you're like, hey, go check out the web deck builder, just go to neuroscapetcg.com, and then it'll say like deck builder in top. And you
Do
can
we
go
have
there.
it? Is it added to the site now?
It will
It
be.
is on there
I
now?
just that's like a
Okay,
bunch of
gotcha.
just stuff I gotta do after the stream to get it all live because I
Gotcha.
didn't want to make it live early. I didn't want
For
to
now, you
spoil the
can just use.
surprise.
That's fair. For now, you can just use neuroscape.play.cardi.io. I just put it in the general chat.
Oh, name
and
for
in
real.
the
That's
chat
awesome.
for the show.
Reach out,
Um,
DM us, and we'll chat ski. Really quick, where is the AI
what's up,
mainframe
Tariqs?
in the website? What do you mean? On the
Tariqs,
deck builder? It's
I
on there.
shared the link to what we've been announcing in
Huh.
here.
Did Teresa's come
in the chat.
late? What?
He had D&D.
Son of
He had
a
to
dragons.
guide his party through a dungeon,
Neuroscape mainnet.
probably
Dragons.
full of
Neuroscape
gelatinous
mainnet.
blobs.
It's probably about even, honestly. I like dragons. We got some decks in here. Nice. Oh, you
Wait,
got
did we
first
get more
official
decks in
deck.
here?
MKI.12.
Which one? I want to see.
Crypto
Crypto
mid-range.
mid-range.
I like the name.
Nice. Let's see this one.
Cyber weenie attack. I forgot you made that one.
Oh yeah, that one's actually fun. I like playing that one.
Nice. Keep the names like
Ooh.
reasonable too. Like if we're like really vulgar, we're gonna have to take them off. But you know what I mean. If it's funny, if it's vulgar but funny, we might keep it on. So we'll see.
Don't listen to him. Do whatever you want.
The mainframe's right here. -7. We got. Oh, sorry. Wait, did you say AI mainframe? Yeah, that one's not done because we didn't make it yet.
That doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, no slurs, please.
This crypto
Okay, show me
mid-range
that.
is
No, AI
interesting.
mainframe's not done. Robot. You can have robots. It used to be AI. Can you pretend it's still AI? It's just bad.
No, not quite the same.
But yeah, thanks for joining, and we will see you in the next crazy patoodle. We're still working on Thrashers and Mystics. Those will be.
They're coming soon.
They're coming
They're gonna
soon.
be dope.
They're gonna be sick.
They're
We already have
already our
artists. We already
favorite.
have artists working on like cards from those. So like when they launch, they'll
Yep.
probably already have art cards in them.
They're already our favorite decks of the starters.
Yeah, they're
gonna be
crazy.
fun.
They're gonna be a big shakeup. So enjoy the current meta while it exists, because the next time we have a tournament, it will be with those, and the craziness will ensue.
Then we'll really be, once we have those decks in, then we'll really be in the actual balancing of like this first set. We'll really start to lock down like what's in the set, what's not, and start to solidify the balance, and that's going to be exciting because that's our last big like balancing hurdle before launch.
Question, just a random question, random poll. What's your least favorite faction in the game? Because with the addition of Thrashers and Mystics, there will need to be bumps, and it's going to be hard bumps. They're not going to go away forever, but they might be moved to set 2 because we really can only realistically like our target is 255 cards because it's a fun number, and we don't have the resources to do more than that. So it will need to be that, and we really want the 6 factions to have a lot of cards for them. So that means that some of the tiny factions may have to get bumped to the second. Corpos. Everybody doesn't like Corpos. Okay, well, we'll just
everybody
cut Corpos
said
then.
Corpo. Well, that's not happening.
Corpo. No.
Yeah, we're not cutting Corpo. Oh, we might nerf Corpo a little bit, but we're definitely not cutting it out of the game.
We could dial him back a touch. Tariq's, he's not a faction, so we will add Tariq's in as a faction. That will be, it'll be like bees. And then
we're just gonna change the Corpo mainframe so that your RAM only comes into play refreshed if you're not playing against the Singularity. How does that sound? Is that the same reasonable?
You just won something, Tariq. Literally just recently.
That's true. You did win something.
It's currently in the mail. Yeah, like obviously there's stuff that needs to be nerfed, buffed, but like flavor wise, I think is the question. More like not power wise, like stuff will, do this to become something where you're not like, man, he's playing nanobots, I'm screwed. Nanobots is also the easiest faction to keep in the current set because it's only like 6 cards.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
And I like it.
Most of the cuts are probably just going to be like sort of random orphan cards that don't have much of a set. We're not going to be cutting
Guess I
like
die.
a major faction.
Flavor-wise, political factions under corporate. You don't like political factions, or you do like political factions? One of our near top like season 2 factions is politicians.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff figured out for politicians.
Wasn't it mixed
for
or something?
Season 2 already. Church and state.
Oh yeah, it was evangelists,
Evangelists.
X politicians in one deck, because that's funny, and it's called Church and State.
Yeah.
But we have some fun. There's also a couple of factions that we don't have in the game that we really want to have in the game, and
there's
will
a lot
definitely come into season 2. So
there will be new factions joining the game probably every set. Maybe not every set, but like
Doxy is
there's a lot of
something
new
we had
factions.
ideas for in the future, but is like currently only 3 cards, so it is very easily bumpable.
That one's probably
You want a whole digital waifu faction? Okay, yeah, that's already in the game, and I'm gonna make it
Copy.
now. I've had the digital waifu deck. It's just all waifus, the entire deck.
Yep. And nothing but.
Honestly, that'd be kind of funny though. All right, I think that's it. I know it was a short stream, but I want to get all this stuff live and let y'all play with it. Don't do waifus, it's cringe. We won't do a lot of waifus. There is currently a waifu, but mainly it is a joke that every game has a waifu in it, and we're just making a card that literally is a waifu. And it's also lore-wise, it makes sense. It's a digital hologram girlfriend. That's totally dystopian and future.
Yeah, that already exists.
Dami. Yes, definitely. That's honestly that'll be the main faction of set 1 is Dami Goth Mommy faction.
Yes. I think that's we've been working on that for months actually, so we're just about ready to drop that faction. Google said.
Yeah, we've had that feedback from a couple people. It is, I mean, thinking of like even Cyberpunk 2077, like it's very on theme, but
Yeah.
we've had a couple of people have had feedback about that. It's not like a top faction like in the radar right now, so likelihood it gets bumped from set 1 and placed on the back burner is not low.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of like just focusing down in this set because 255 cards is not as many as cards as that is. It's not as many as it feels like. There's going to be a lot of cards cut, but that's okay because all those cards can come back in future sets, and they'll
One
usually
thing that
come
we
back
really don't want to cut is
more friends.
nanobots or Wonderland.
I don't think those are going to get cut.
Those
I
are
think
like
those are going to stay.
my little babies. But I think that we can make room for them. Honestly, I'm like probably the most excited about Mystics right now, which is funny because it's like probably like theme-wise the least cyberpunky of all of the main 6. But it's going to be very cool and very cyberpunky, and tarots are just
They're pretty neat.
Wild cards and look
They're
really
really
cool.
fun. You guys are gonna like those.
But do I want to cut AI and robots?
playing.
Those are the other 2 I don't really want to cut, but those are also ones that kind of need their own whole thing and could easily be like their own deck and their own like main part of a future set. The singularity will not leave. Don't worry.
No,
But it may not.
Singularity is staying
But
100%.
the
The
if
robots and AI, like as larger factions, might change just because they need to come in as a whole, like unify. Like they need to have enough support to be useful cards. So
yeah,
they may
yeah.
be pushed to set
But the
2 just so that we can
singularity
actually develop them.
is actually kind of great as like an outlier card because it can kind of play with a lot of other synergies on its own because it's so powerful just in its ability. And then it's a scary card because like balancing wise, like you just get someone who cooks a little too hard and then suddenly you have all singularity decks. But
Yeah.
I think what we've done to it has made it not super meta, but someone try and break the shit out of it when we have all the cards in because I want to make sure it's not possible to be like just completely epic, godly Exodia level.
Yeah. We shall see. That's what this is all about. Go forth, build decks, make them as strong as you can. Try to break the game, and then let us know.
Yeah,
And
don't
then we'll
feel
fix
bad
it.
about completely annihilating things or making infinite loops or any of that. Like we want you to make the most disgusting broken meta deck possible. Like bend the rules to the point where they break because then we can fix them.
Yes. Brendan, you've accidentally struck on the theme of the entire Mystics deck, which is
Yeah.
moon.
Tarot cards are huge. All I'll say is we have the 22 major arcana in set 1, 4 tarot cards, which is a lot, but it's like there's not going to be many other mystic things besides the tarots, but all the
Yes.
characters are going to synergize with the tarots and the mainframe is going to synergize with the tarots and they're super cool and crazy and probably a little too powerful currently.
Nah, they're pretty good.
Alex, the blue player says that.
I made them all
We'll
less
see. I think
powerful.
they are pretty good. The thing we just did recently made them like insane, but it's a pretty hard win condition. So
All of our control cards are substantially less powerful than Magic the Gathering straight blue gas. So that's
straight blue gas.
those of you that are concerned, do not be concerned yet.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned, but I want them.
They're gonna be really cool. I'm excited for, and rockers are we're not rockers, thrashers. Still saying
I
that.
know I keep saying
Thrashers
it.
are gonna be really cool too. Those are gonna be kind of like a mono black, like suicide attack flavor. They're gonna be cool.
I like it. It's gonna be crazy. All right, we're gonna see y'all later. I'll post all
Yes.
these links. I'll post a video. Post all that stuff. Deuces. That's not deuce. That's a deuce.
Wait, Garn's wacky tobacco smiting machine. This is
What?
delightful. I already love seeing all these decks in here. This is wonderful, guys. Keep building.
Wacky tobacco. Hold on, I'm doing a deck review. All right, we got some. Oh, I wish you could
All
like
right.
hover on this mode. You can't see it. That sucks. Can you do it in here?
You just have to know the card.
Oh my god, we're crashing the site. No, we're not.
Are we actually?
No, no. Dang, you can't make them bigger on this screen? That sucks. I can't see what they are. I mean, I know what they are, but I can't read them.
Yeah, this looks like fun.
I guess you could just import them. This
Yeah,
this
good.
blank bar in the top two is kind of an error, but that's just all your other cards that aren't labeled as these program classes. This isn't the most helpful graph because it's kind of hard to read, but these two are
Karn,
kind
was
of
this
nice.
your tournament deck? This looks like a lot like your tournament deck.
We're just
I think
totally
it might be.
doxing your tournament deck now, so.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
I wonder. Question. I just thought about this. I didn't really think about this until just now.
What do
Tournament
you mean by a
wise,
screenshot view for decks? Sorry, go ahead, Connor. I was just
tournament
answering Sentinel
tournament
V's question.
wise, like what we need to figure out a way to, because like people aren't gonna want to have their decks totally visible for a tournament. You know?
I think it's fine. I don't think the hiding decks from people thing is necessarily
It just makes it harder to. I guess would it make it harder to, or it makes it easier to counter?
so you can set to private, which is what
So you
This is
could
what
technically
turns
send
things
us
weird.
a private link to the final deck, but it kind of encourages people not to make them like public too, which is really helpful for us to be able to see stuff. I don't know. We'll have to think on that. Because like last tournament, everyone was really secretive about their decks. We will do draft tournaments on the system too, which will be super fun.
Well, but the thing is, like, just because a deck is public, like, that's not going to be the only deck a person makes. You don't get to see.
Right.
It's not
Yeah. Yeah.
public
Yeah. Yeah.
information what they've submitted to the tournament.
Yeah,
So if
that's
somebody has
true.
5
You're
decks,
probably gonna have more than one deck per person, and like, uh, it probably won't. You'll probably
gotcha.
not be able to tell like what they're playing technically. I hope that all the decks, I hope that all the cards when they're updated, like just auto update to everyone's decks. That would be amazing. If that doesn't happen, it's gonna be really annoying.
Yeah,
But
we'll
we'll
have to
see.
see how that works. I think
Uh,
it will. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Also, with your name on here, you don't technically need to put your real name. You could put your Discord username as your real name. That's kind of what we did. But I think for like IRL tournaments, you have to put your real name. But for the online stuff, like the Discord's probably fine. I think that's it. I'm just rambling at this point. So fucking go have fun. Peace.
Go forth. Build some gross stuff. We will see you
Build disgusting
in the
things.
future. Same cyber time, same cyber channel.
Nickname, it doesn't actually show up. I don't know what the nickname's for. I put mine as the same thing, but it doesn't show up anywhere for me, so. But you can choose
Yeah, I
like a
don't know how
profile
that works
picture and
either.
stuff, and that'll be how you show up. It might show up on your leaderboard thing when you go to leaderboard and click your name. But I'm not sure. But yeah, let us know if there's any issues with the site too, or anything that's bugging out on you or something. All right,
Exactly.
peace.